Like I've said before, I'm not Fat Perez's dad. Although I might be old enough, I am old enough to be his dad. There you go, folks. Farmer's got to hit the stick. Hit the stick. Hey everyone, it's Papa from Papa Golf Association. I'm out here going to be playing by myself. Josh is down in Florida, seeing his pops down there, enjoying some of the summer, so it's going to be a few more weeks before he comes back and he'll start playing with me again. Till that time, I'm out here going to play the back nine at Battleground again. It's kind of quiet. It's very windy out here today. One of those 3 clubs into the wind, 1 or 2 clubs downwind kind of days. So it's going to be a pretty good challenge. Haven't decided which way I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go with just 1 mulligan per hole and see what I can do with it. 2 balls per hole tends to take a lot longer, so we'll see. 1 mulligan per hole. We'll see if we can break par in the back or at least get into the 30s, because my game is just shooting around 45 most of the time. And it looks to be a really fun time. Now win. Let's see what we can do with it. Well, it wasn't the prettiest of balls. I'm straight downwind and I hit it 10 foot off the deck. Well, let's see what we did with this thing. Straight downwind, looks like I hit it about 250, even though it was a low bullet. It ran forever. I couldn't get it up in the air to get it any closer, but I only have a 3/4 pitching wedge into the green. Come on, wind. Come on, wind. I think I'll take this. Short, I'll take it. Well, I got a lot of green, but my short game's been terrible, so I'm gonna pitch and run this on there. All right. Well, not as close as you'd like, but generally speaking, it looks like it's about 12 feet. Give me 2 putts at it. Just as you would expect. I come out here and it starts to rain a little bit. It's not much, but it's a little bit. It's definitely annoying, that's for sure. Well, I got 2 putts of this bad boy. See what we can do with it. Got mine plus the mulligan. If I don't use the mulligan, then I get to count the stroke off. So if I make this, it's a birdie. 4 minus the mulligan for a birdie. Oh, hanging on the lip. Okay, so my game today has got to be just getting on the green to get a putt for par and make sure that the putt is a 2 putt so that it'll, even if I putt for bogey, it'll still be a par to take the stroke off. So those are my goals today. Get it on the green and get a shot at par. Now we're turning back into the wind, coming pretty hard from the right. Been hitting a draw or a baby cut all day, so we'll see what happens. Right down the chute. All right, that one's right down the chute. I like to tell Josh that. Right down the chute, right down the center. Problem is on this hole, par 5, it's got a little dog leg to the left, back to the right, big trees on the corner. Well, I hit a cut with all my fairway woods and my long irons and stuff. Makes it hard to lay up. So this one's going to be a little tougher. I either got to just push it down there, maybe have 150 in, or try to hit a little hook and get it into about 100 on this par 5. So pretty long hole into the wind right now. Only hit this maybe 200 at this point. They got a long ways in. 320 it looks like. All right, looks like I'm just going to have to try to hit a little draw around here with the rescue. Just going to turn the face down, see what happens. There we go. All right. Couldn't do that again, could I? I'm gonna hit this rescue because it's back into the wind. It's playing right at 150, probably more like 165 because the pin's back and the wind's in the face. Come on, keep coming around. Keep coming around. Keep coming around. Nope. Well, unfortunately, couldn't pull that one off. It's a beautiful swing. Ball started right where it ended up, basically. It normally hit a little cut, and the wind just would not let it come back to the right. So now I got a bunker shot. Remember, get it on the green, 2-putt, and I got a par at least. All right, let's see what happens. I might have to putt it out of this one because it's so close. Pretty tough bunker shot for me. All right. Goal is just to get it on the green. Let's see what happens. Gonna putt it out of here just to try to get it up there. Not much green to work with. No lip on there at all, but last time I still hit an edge, didn't come out. Settle. There we go. Got a pretty decent par putt now. Double breaker, kind of left, then back to the right, I think. Make it because I can't guarantee that. Nope, gonna take it. All right, so if I make this, it's a 6, but it's a 5. Didn't quite leave it close enough. Oh! All right, tough par 4, downwind today though. It's got a little help in crossing. Let's see what we can do with it. Oh, come on, get down here. Well, I think that's past the bunker. It's hard to tell. That helping wind, I probably can get there, but it was, of course, right at the end of it. I didn't see a bounce, so that's not a good omen right there. No bounce. Okay, no room. I hit it too far. It's now back behind a tree here. I got to hit a cut around the corner, but the wind is helping. The wind is helping, so hopefully I can get it around the corner. I got to keep it for about 30 yards under this tree. Let's see what I can do with it. All right. Well, in my haste to hit it hard enough to get it under the tree and around the corner, I basically hit it right through the tree and went straight through. Right up there just in front of the green. I'm gonna have to take that one, I think. Okay, as I said, the big goal, get it on the green and 2-putt. If I can do that, I'm gonna have a par because it's a bogey, yes, but a par with the mulligan per hole, right in front. Pretty sure I can putt this one actually pretty close because the chipping game has been terrible, although it's getting better slowly. I'm gonna start using it a bit more here soon. Oh my gosh. I knew it would come a little right, but not like that, because when it gets up on the green, it goes back to the left, of course. And it's going the other direction, of course, but it's bigger. 5 make 4. Well, I'm hanging in there with pars, but. All right, here we are at 13. It's pins in the front. That's the only good news. Playing about 160 to that front pin into the wind. It's got to be 180. I mean, we're 2 clubs easy. It's going to be every bit of rescue I can get. And the last one, the wind kept it from turning. Let's hope I'm gonna have to go right at it and just play whatever goes out to the right. I think is where I'm gonna have to go. Well, everything I got. Okay, now we're talking. It's a lot closer to the green than I thought it was going to be. I kind of hit a moonshot up in the air a little bit, but that's my normal high kind of baby cut with that Rescue 3, and it's almost on the front edge. So I'm about 2 steps off and maybe only 20, 25 feet from the pin. So hopefully I can nuzzle something up there real close and maybe make a 3 net 2, or, but dare we say 2 net 1. All right. All right, breaking right to left a little bit. Have this chip shot a lot. Stopped me. Instead of stopping, I kept walking, of course, or kept swinging. Pushed it a little harder because of the stop. Now I got a downwind. Slightly downhill, but not too much of a downhill breaker here. There we go. Whew, that one was close. That one had me worried. So you probably saw me scuff the grass on the backswing. Instead of just stopping, I kept moving. I know, you gotta stop, you gotta stop. Next 3 are again still straight into the wind. So this is gonna be tough. This one was into the wind, the next 3 are in the wind, and the last 2 are kind of helper with the wind and a crosswind. All right, big crosswind, kind of pushing into the face. I can't carry the end of the bunker on the left. This is gonna be a tough one again. I gotta get to the corner, even to get it to like 170 or 150, somewhere in that range. So tough. I'm gonna try to hit a low bullet and we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. I made it to the corner, but barely. If it was over on the left side of the fairway, it'd be 20 yards closer. So I'm crushing around 175. Crosswind isn't helping. So I have to play the cut. I'm gonna go right at it though. The wind should hold it straight up this time. Then I yanked it. Classic double cross. Wow. All right, here we go. All right, right up the ramp on the green, and we should be good. That one right there. Nice. All right. On the front 9, I hit it in 2 bunkers, and I took double bogeys out of both. Actually, a triple on one and a double on the other. One went way over the green, one didn't get out. And the second time it got out, went way over the green. Both times on the back 9, I putted out and I got on the green. I gotta keep working on this stuff. But those are the rigors of being injured. I have spinal cord injury. It's hard to swing a lot of golf balls because it hurts. It hurts a lot. And so I can swing 1 or 2 and then I gotta stop, 1 or 2. So, you know, in between shots, I'm okay, but lots of balls at one time, we'll see. Looks like I got about 10 feet to save a par, which would be net birdie. That'd be 2 in a row. Make sure it's a little left and right. Pass that. All right, normally I'd like to just work a draw right in the center, but I've been hitting a little baby cut all day, most of the day anyway. The first few drives on the front 9 weren't like that. I'm basically gonna aim at the big tree and just let the wind bring it back around to the right with the baby cut. All right, good far to the right. Well, and as you would guess, right? As soon as I try to play the little baby cut over the top of the tree, push it out in the middle of the fairway, and it cuts way over into the right rough with the wind. So a 10-yard cut turned into a 40-yard cut. Well, 30 anyway. But it's a direct crosswind left to right now, almost into the face. Let's go see where it is and go hit it and hit it again. Okay, can't give myself a break, can I? So now here I am, 20 yards right of the fairway. 40 yards, 50 yards right of where I aimed it because I pushed it to the right and rode the wind over here. I'm making these holes hard. Here's another. I'm like 40, almost 50 yards more than I should be coming into this green. It's already hard enough. The pin's way back in the back, drops off on both sides. You don't want to get way back there. I'm hitting a rescuer. I normally hit pitching wedge or a 9-iron in here. I'm going to hit a rescue, maybe even 5-wood. We'll see what I decide. It's crazy. Right back into the wind. Another pull. All right, it's a long chip and run. Come up the bank, probably turn just a smidge left, and once it gets up by the pin, it's gonna just want to go dead right. So falls way off just past the pin. Okay, so I wanted to show you the drop-off. There's a drop-off on one side, which would be the left side if you're coming up to the green. And here's the drop-off to the other side. Drops off there. As soon as it gets 3 feet by the cup, it's just gonna keep riding and going. Now, I put it in a pretty good spot. It's pretty flat. Looks like it's just enough on the shelf. I should be able to get this up and down, or maybe make the putt for a 4 net 3. But generally speaking, I think we're gonna 2-putt this bad boy and make a 4. There. All right, there we go. All right, so let's talk about something I've talked about in the past. I'm disabled, I'm older, closing in on 60 pretty quick here. Can't hit the ball very far anymore, but I'm still playing these sandstone tees here, which is like white tees most places. I played up earlier in the year, and that was okay. I mean, I was doing okay. When I decided I was starting to hit better, I moved back. I'm still only hitting the ball 210 basically off the tee, sometimes longer like I did on the first hole, downwind, that kind of thing. But I've only had 1-iron approach today. Yes, a lot of these been back into the wind, but it's all been rescues, 5-woods, 3-woods, that kind of thing. Really stranger games. So it's like I like to stress, today probably I should have played the emeralds. Just played the emeralds, been up a little bit. Take maybe an iron, I could have hit 1 or 2, maybe a 7-iron here or there or something like that. But try to do that if you can, especially if you're disabled like me. It's a rough thing. Play for fun. You know, try to have a good time while you're out here. Try not to make it too stressful on yourself. All right, crosswind from left to right and into me as it's been just about the entire last 4 holes. Next couple will be a reprieve. I've been kind of getting along, just making bogeys, which turned into pars because of the strokes in the mulligans, but we'll see what happens. Wind, bring it around. All right, so now here I am trundling the ball on the green here to see if I can get up and down for a tap-in par, maybe birdie. Now you want to see the difference between amateurs and pros, right? I allowed the hat that flopped right as I started to swing to allow it to affect me, just like I did the one shot that stuffed the grass. Guys, just stop. Stop the swing, set up, reset up again, redo it again. You don't leave yourself this distance for putts, for par. All right, let's get this one close. Right there. All right, so here we are going downwind now. Hopefully I can get a couple back, even par. Just basically been getting along by the strokes, of course. That's the way my game is, though. Mulligans, though, you know, most of the shots been consistent, just nothing close and steady enough to make a par enough. I got to get up and down a lot more and hit more greens. So just as I did on the only other downwind hole, number 10, I hit this lower shot instead of this higher trajectory to carry an extra 10 or 20 or even 30 yards. Everything else has been pretty much into the wind except for 12, and it was a hard crosswind left to right. So it's been a tough day to play out here. I don't know how. I'm getting along like an old man does. I get it on the green, I two putt, and move on to the next hole. Take my mulligan. As long as I don't hit it in trouble, I've been okay. Last time out here, I didn't do that. I made double bogeys and triples even with the mulligan. So it's a little bit better. Let's see if I can get this thing under par in these last two holes. Well, I have been nothing but the epitome of doing it exactly the same way. There you go. All the rescue clubs in the fairway woods that I've hit today, even on the front nine, were slightly tugged to the left, and here I am into the left rough with not my normal cut. It would have been wide open here if I had come in just a little bit over to the right, and I almost could have putted it on. I'm inside 100. I'm going to try to bounce something on a green though. Let's see what happens. Hey, a birdie putt. All right. Okay, so here's the luxury of hitting that last shot like I did with the bank in front with a long chip distance, even though that was like 70 yards. If you hit it long enough and it hits in the bank, it checks up and ends up right here. You hit it short of the bank, it bounces up onto the bank and runs up onto the green just like this. And then it's just kind of a touch feel thing. I could have hit it a little bit harder, would have worked out either way. But now I have a legit birdie putt. If I can make it, that would be an eagle. Just looking for the two putt though. That's all we're really trying to get on this one. Really thought the wind might push it a little bit farther to the left. I knew it was one of those like right edge putts, but I went right about right where the ball ended up. Wind didn't really push it back to the left any. But tap in par, net birdie, 1 under par with 1 hole to play. All right, last hole here coming up. Pretty much straight away, maybe slight turn to the left, but just barely. I call it straight away. And big crosswind from left to right. So gonna aim down the left side, just work that ball back. Gonna come over here by this ball here and use the excess angle to get my ball in the fairway, hopefully with the big crosswind. Well, because of the 50 yards of crosswind again, here I am hitting a rescue into the green again. About 170, pin's way back, might even be 180, 85 to the pin. Well, here we are doing the same thing we've been doing all day. Putting from just off the green. Mainly because the old Texas wedge is the only thing that's working lately. So, pins in the back. I mean, it was a good shot to get up to this point, really. That big old crosswind like it was, and hurting like it was. Oh my gosh. I mean, it was probably 170 to this front edge. It was 165, and, you know, into the wind. Now, you know, we're going to pull the top. Let's see if I can get this one close. Alright, last putt at glory here. Make a putt for a birdie or a miss for a bogey slash par. All right, as you might be able to tell, it was windy out here. 3 club winds, many directions. Played most of the back nine played straight back into the wind. But when I got a little bit of wind at the end, I was able to make some hay. I didn't do anything stupid. Normally I make 3 pars, 3 bogeys, 3 doubles in a 9 holes to shoot about 45, right? About 9 over. Well, with the mulligan on each hole and using it as a stroke if you don't use it, all I had to do was get myself on the greens and not jack a putt way by or do something stupid, right? Get myself out of the bunkers, get it onto the green, do what I could. And sure enough, I made 3 actual pars, which turned into 3 birdies. The lip out on 11, the spin out 360 come back at you thing was the only mistake, and that cost me a bogey, which means I was 2 over. All the other holes I bogeyed, and then you take the mulligan and you get the 1 stroke to make it a par. So play the tees you can. Didn't get to hit irons pretty much the entire day as it was. That's just not fun at all. And it's not fun when you can't go for par 5s, none of that stuff. So play the tees that you like to play. And play them so you'll have fun, right? Instead of, man, really trying to get yourself around the golf course as tough as you can. I would have been happy with what was that. That would have been like a 43 or a 44, somewhere in there. Not bad. That wouldn't have been bad on a windy day like this. Crazy golf. Nothing really sporadic. I hit a couple spray balls on the front 9. Luckily, they didn't come into play on this 9 because we didn't count them. Thanks for that. All right. So that's it for now. Next time, we'll see what we can do. I'm trying to dig up some people to play with me so we can have some games and go at this stuff so you don't just watch me all the time. But I do appreciate you watching us and watching the PGA, the Papa Golf Association. Go ahead and subscribe. You know what? Costs you nothing.